Hello, this is Mr. Chabry, and here we have another battle from the same stream as the past two battles. This is a rematch with Mr. Blackboy. He wanted to change up his team, and since he won the last battle, I actually changed up my team because, yeah, he really took out my entire team with, or he really crippled my team, I should say, with a Zapdos. So here I'm going to switch it out. I have Gengar and Sharpedo. This is my other team that I've been using, and he's actually switched out his team. He's got a pretty interesting team. A lot of Pokemon that I haven't seen in competitive play in a while, especially Delphox and Slacking. Slacking, you don't see Slacking that much. Slacking is a pretty devastating Pokemon if you're not too careful around it. He's also got the Nidoking, and I know Nidoking could do a lot to me. So I actually lead with the Garchomp because I didn't want to lead Clefable. That was what I was originally thinking about, but I knew he had the Nidoking, so I did not want to lead off with the Clefable. So here, I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. I do not want to play around with a Nidoking sitting right in front of me. It could easily Ice Beam me and completely kill my Garchomp. So I just go for Earthquake. If he wants to stay in, that takes care of the Nidoking. And he switches out to Slacking. And Slacking is a kind of a scary Pokemon. So instead of, just Earthquaking again, or locking myself into Outrage, I'm just going to fire off my Z move and try to get rid of this big threat before it becomes a threat. I know Slacking, it has that ability Truant, where it kind of makes it hard to use in competitive play, but it does have really, really high attack. And I do not want to take an attack from this thing, so I'm going to go ahead and destroy it off. And now he's going to send out his Blastoise. And I do not want to stay in with my Garchomp on this Blastoise. A lot of Blastoise carry Ice Beam. I don't want to take an Ice Beam, so I'll bring in my Clefable. And this thing on this team is my special wall. And I know almost anything that this Blastoise wants to do, Clefable should be able to take. He actually just goes ahead and goes for the Ice Beam. So that does a little bit of damage there. Not too much though. Clefable can take that pretty well. I'm pretty certain that Clefable in the long run can 1v1 Blastoise. But here he's going to go into his Nidoking. And I do not want to stay in on this thing. This thing could kill off my Clefable pretty easily, even though Clefable's a special wall. Here I'm going to go ahead and get my Stealth Rocks up. I was pretty sure Blastoise probably didn't want to stay in, based on how little damage that did. So I'll go ahead, switch out my Clefable, bring my Garchomp back in. I'm pretty sure this thing wants to go for a poison move to try to finish off my Clefable. And if I let it do that, my team would have a pretty big special attack weakness. So now I'm going to bring out my Garchomp, and I'm going to just go ahead and go for the Earthquake. Not really a reason not to. I don't want to play around with this Nidoking like I said. So here we go. So now he sends out his own Garchomp. And I don't know if this thing is scarfed or what. I don't really want to stay in to find out. So I'm going to switch out my Garchomp, bring in my Clefable. If he wants to go for a dragon move, Clefable can take that. And he actually goes for the Dragon Claw, so that works out for me. I'm going to get a little bit of leftover health back. So here what I'm going to do, instead of staying in, I'm going to pivot again into my physical wall, Slowbro. Whatever this Garchomp wants to do, Slowbro should be able to take it. And he ends up going for the Tectonic Rage. And this is going to do quite a bit of damage to my Slowbro, but not that much. It's going to do about maybe 60ish percent, maybe 55. But Slowbro can take that, and looking at how much damage it does, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Slowbro should be able to live an Earthquake at least, because it should live an Earthquake. And I'm going to go ahead and go for the Slack Off. I should get more health back than I lose, especially from this Earthquake. But he gets the crit. That's going to really hurt me, because now my physical wall is gone. And it would have been really nice to have my physical wall here, especially for this Garchomp. I could slack off, next turn go for Ice Beam, finish this thing off. Now I'm going to bring in my Sharpedo, go for the Protect, get some speed boost. And now at +1, I should outspeed the Garchomp. Here he's going to go into his Blastoise, and instead of Mega Evolving, I'm just going to go for Ice Fang. I want to keep my options open for my Sharpedo if I need to bring it in later. I do get the critical hit, but I mean, it's not going to do much because it's a Blastoise. I'm going for Ice Fang. So now I'm going to bring in my Special Wall once again, Clefable, as he goes for the Rapid Spin here. But luckily for me, I do have my Rock Setter here. If I wanted to, I can easily just go Stealth Rock Span. But here, I'm actually just going to take a Scald, and I'm not too worried about that because I've got, I think it's Magic Coat, the ability where you don't take any damage from poison. So even if he's trying to fish for the burn, it's not going to matter to me. I don't have any physical moves on this Clefable anyway. I just go for the Stealth Rocks. I was actually expecting him to go for Rapid Spin again, but here I'm just going to go for the Soft Boiled. I know Clefable should be able to live whatever this thing wants to do, and I'm going to get some health back, and I'm going to get some leftover health back. So now I'm in a really good position here. I can just keep going for the Soft Boil if I need to. He's going to go for Scald again. Here, I'm just going to go Moonblast. And the reason is I want to get the special attack drop on this Blastoise. If I can get the special attack drop, it's going to help me live some hits, bring my health back up to where I feel safe. But he's just going to go for Scald again, try to get maybe a crit. The burn's not going to matter, like I said. And I can just go for Soft Boil again. So this little part of the battle is going to be a little bit of Scald, Soft Boil, Scald, Soft Boil. So he's going to go for another Scald. And Clefable is now at half. But I can easily Soft Boil up again. And I'm going to be in the green. And now I feel confident. Confident enough. Just go for Moonblast. Finish off this here Blastoise. Or at least bring it close to where I can finish it off. I'm going to take another Scald, but that's not going to matter. Here comes the Moonblast. Still hoping for the special attack drop. And I don't get it still. And this Blastoise is now in the red. But I can seriously 1v1 this Blastoise with my Clefable. Here, he realizes that his Blastoise is going to go down to the next Moonblast. So he goes ahead, goes for the Rapid Spin. And I go for Moonblast. I think, did I say I went for Soft Boiled earlier? I did not. I just went for Moonblast. I knew I needed to just get rid of this thing. And I could easily Stealth Rock up again after it was gone. Now he sends out his Articuno. And I'm pretty sure that I can take whatever this Articuno wants to do. This Articuno ends up having agility, so that's pretty interesting. I don't really see that many Articuno sets. I don't know what they usually do. I'm just going to get my Stealth Rocks up again. He doesn't have a Rapid Spinner anymore. So, I'm pretty safe in saying that these Stealth Rocks are up here to stay. So now he's got the agility, he's going to go for Toxic. And, like I said, my Clefable's ability makes it where it doesn't take any damage from Toxic. So, I'm actually happy being Toxic poisoned, because that means I can't get frozen now. So I'm just going to go for Flamethrower. Flamethrower is usually there for, like, Steel types, but it's going to work out here for this Articuno. So we're going to go ahead, get some health back. We're poisoned, but it doesn't matter because we're not taking any damage from that. Now he's going to go for Agility, that way he can outspeed whatever I bring in. So I just go for Flamethrower again. Should be able to live anything this Articuno wants to do. I think I can actually 1v1 this Articuno in the long run. I mean, there is a chance it has Roost. It's going to be in a long battle if it does. But here Yeah, he does have Roost. But I'm just going to keep spamming Flamethrower. There's no reason not to. If I need to, I could always Soft Boil up. But there's not much that this Articuno can do. Got Roost, Agility, Toxic. And I don't think it showed the other move. Not yet. But anyway, I'm just going to keep spamming Flamethrower. No reason not to. And now he's going to switch out his Articuno. If I needed to, I could Roost stall him out. And he's going to bring in his Delphox now. I'm just going to go for Flamethrower again. It's not going to do much to Delphox at all. Because Delphox is a really especially bulky Pokemon. And it takes that pretty well. So here, we're going to both get some leftover recovery. And I'm actually expecting him to have the Psyshock here. And I do not want my Clefable to take Psyshock, so I'm going to send in my Sharpedo. And Sharpedo takes the Psychic and does not get hurt by it, because Sharpedo's a Dark type. But here I kind of make a I kind of underestimated the speed of Delphox. I, for some reason, thought Sharpedo might be faster naturally, but no. Delphox is actually faster than Sharpedo. I should have protected there, and then crunched the next turn, and I could have had a nice Sharpedo sweep. But unfortunately, that misplay means I'm not going to get that. I'm just going to go Garchomp here. Go for the Earthquake, and that will be enough to kill off the Delphox. But I'm kind of worried, though, because his own Garchomp is here, and in the long run, it's going to end up being a speed tie. Whoever's Garchomp is faster will end up taking this victory. It would have been really nice if I had that Sharpedo with a speed boost. I could have had a speed boost, I could have crunched the Delphox that would have took it out, and then I could have crunched this thing that would take it out, and then I could have Mega Evolved an Ice Fang, his Garchomp. But I'm going to go ahead, Poison Jab the Articuno, it goes down. And now here it is, Garchomp versus Garchomp. Whoever has the faster Garchomp will win. And my Garchomp ends up winning the speed tie, or maybe it was just naturally faster, I'm not sure. But it ends up taking out his Garchomp. So that gives us the victory. So we actually got a victory from switching up our team. He ends up switching his team too. It was a pretty good team, a pretty good battle, and I was really proud of my Pokemon after that. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next battle video.